Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video, and today it's my team episode number 2 of RAF Racing. Here are the championship standings after race 1. Sergio Perez obviously winning that game, but surprisingly we got our fastest lap, a good consolation to the P10 as well, and Alexander Albon finishing P11. A couple big surprises in that race, if I do say so myself. Here are the drivers and constructor standings as well. Obviously, you've got Sergio Perez, as I've just mentioned, but you've also got Red Bull on top with Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes and Aston Martin following suit. And now we're going to skip to the home screen page, ready for the race, as we are just getting some activities down to make sure we get the best improvement of the car possible. And we now skip to the season break, where we can put on a couple of upgrades. I think we are going to go for a chassis cable assembly, I believe, or not. Yeah, no, we have gone for the secondary wing flaps. A bit of a mistake from me, but I think we do put the cable assembly on in a minute. I'm not sure, but as we carry on, beam wing completed. Can we get the next two coming on the 24th? Well, we won't find out yet because I've got a powertrain event. Powertrain morale goes down 20%, or Liam Lawson's drive experience goes down 7. So had to make a tough decision, but I have decided to decline the offer because I want Liam Lawson to have the best chance possible at the Miami Grand Prix. We now skip to the upgrades, which both complete, luckily. I'm very gassed about that one. We now come to weekly resources just before the Miami Grand Prix. Can we put any upgrades on? I don't think we can, and we aren't, as we're now going to skip to the team order going into race number 2. I think the pack that we're in, the bottom pack, have caught up slightly to the mid-table pack, and obviously Red Bull's still keeping that gap well-oiled at the top. We stay where we are as of Australia, but I think there's been movement. I think AlphaTauri has swapped with Alfa Romeo, I think, and Mercedes with Aston Martin as well, but I'm not too sure. And then at the end of practice, we managed to get quite a few resource points. So did Liam Lawson. Proud of him for doing that, which should mean we should be able to put a decent amount of upgrades on coming into qualifying, which is good, as we get those development boosts applied. So as those development boosts finish applying themselves, we will now skip to the team acclaim level. I'm on level 3, and the team's on, I think we're going to go to level 5, actually. Liam Lawson was also on level 7, for anybody who cares. And now it's time, I believe, for some upgrades. Woohoo! I think we're going to put a aerodynamics, a chassis and a powertrain on, I think. Cable assembly is going to go on now. I think we're going to have spark plugs on the powertrain. And then I think we're going to also put a aerodynamic upgrade. I'm not sure. We might, as we wait for me to hurry up. No, we put a durability one on, which isn't too bad, but 3 minor upgrades going into the qualifying, which is very, very tasty indeed. But anyway, let's go then for qualifying at the Miami Grand Prix. Well, here we are then, the first lap of qualifying numero uno. Where will the car place this time? I know last race Australia was one of my best tracks, so we did quite well. But I think Miami's I'm pretty decent at qualifying, and I know that, so I reckon we'll at least get into Q2, I hope. As we start the lap, going into the sharp hairpin, we have over-braked a little bit, which is a bit annoying, but coming through my weakest part of the track here. Just going into the mini straight before cutting into the left complex of the track, which is always quite flying and always very nice to watch from a view. But now we're going to come towards the DRS straight as Oscar Piastri sets the fastest lap of the 29.9. Watch out for that. There's a first second finish at 31.567. Not too shabby as the DRS gets activated as we shoot down the back straight before coming into the all too familiar hairpin before going under the bridge, as we now come round to the second hairpin before actually going under the bridge. One of my favourite corners of this track, I must say, the quick flowing, as can we keep it inside the lines? We don't. Bit annoying there, but we will move on with that as we finish the second sector. 104.56, my bad, 104.6. Not too bad as we now come down the long back straight before coming into the final hairpin of this circuit. Braking as late as we can, diving it into that hairpin, accelerating once again, and what will it be? Can we compete with the 29.9 Oscar Piastri set? It doesn't look like we'll be able to, but we do set a 30.2, which puts us P6. We absolutely love it. And now we come back onto our second lap of Q1 as we just finished the second sector. 104.2. We are three or four tenths up, which is good. Can we get through into Q number 3? We were definitely at risk, as I think we dropped to 15th with Perez still behind us, and I think also Charles Leclerc still behind us as well. So we did need to go out for another lap and hope that we can get through as we accelerate. Qualifying 1 is over. So this is it, 5 tenths off. I think we're going to go through, and I think we have. I believe it is P number 10. It is. Could we get through into Q3 as well? 2 races on the bounce. That would be biblical. And maybe I need to start asking some questions on the AI difficulty as well. But now we look at Q1 timesheets. Lando Norris topping it again. 1 second ahead though. So I think we've got another Q1 glitch on our hands, with Alex Albon getting P4 again. So it seems like Alex Albon is a bit glitchy in Q1. But we're going to hope to do well in Q2. And I believe my teammate is out. Big surprise, though, is that Sergio Perez is straight through. And Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari's out. He is out of Q number 1. But Liam Lawson is also out. A bit unfortunate for us. But let's see what we can do in Q2 then. As we now finish the second sector. It's a 104.4. Slower than our Q1 lap as it stands. But can the last hairpin make all the difference as we shoot down the main straight, topping at 214 miles an hour, as we fly into the hairpin, try and get on the power early, fly past the pit lane, activate the DRS, and what's it going to be? It's going to be a 30.1, which isn't too good, and yeah, it wasn't very good. Only 15th. And then coming into our second lap, they said it was a second up, but I believe that was a glitch, because I only ended up, spoiler alert, getting P10, because spoiler alert again, I did forget to record the timesheet of Q2, but we only got P10, and then qualifying 3, I didn't have any tyres to go for a lap, so I thought there was no point, and I just settled for the P10 going into the Grand Prix. But yeah, Lando Norris getting pole. Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez 2 and 3. Lando Norris could be on for a championship, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does. But let's see what we can do in the race then at Miami.
We're here in the coastal shores of Florida for the Miami Grand Prix, which has become the 11th Formula One track held in the United States. The grandstands are packed for what we hope is going to be another fantastic race. With great opportunities for wheel-to-wheel battles featuring 19 corners, 3.36 miles long and expected average speeds of 138 miles an hour, the Miami International Autodrome will be sure to create lots of chances to overtake. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Ocon, Albon, the owner driver, Gasly, Hamilton, Russell, Joe, Magnussen, Stroll, Bottas, Sainz, Ricciardo, Hulkenberg, Liam Lawson and Logan Sargent. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here. But I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the run down into turn one. A bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It'll keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Okay,
Thank you very much to Crofty indeed. I think we are going to go for a very risky strategy, hard mediums, which could play dividend in how this race ends. But hopefully we can hold off most of the grid on the hard and then go speedy with the mediums at the end. And hopefully we can retain our P10 position. But here we go then for the formation lap. Alexander Albon, I think, got P4 in Q1. Yes, he did, but he still managed to get through into Q3 as well. And he starts 9th just ahead of us. Esteban Ocon, another one on the mediums. If we think about it, loads of people are on mediums, loads of people on softs. I think I was the only one to start on hard, which is really risky considering the situation at hand. But here we go then, finishing the formation lap, trying to get those rear tyres revved up, those front tyres warm. Can we get a purple parking after Australia's shocker of an overshoot? I overshot it for anybody that wants to know and managed to reset my parking. But can we now get a purple parking? We're going to need to perfect it though, because we know that Gasly and Hamilton are going to be quick on the softs off the start. So we've got to be very, very careful. As here we go. Assuming our grid position. What is it going to be? It looks like we've approached decently well, and it's going to be 0.1 metres. What a parking from us there. Can we retain our position, and can we make some overtakes even into turn one? As the grid finishes lining up, Liam Lawson P21, remember, hopefully he can get a good result. But here we go then, it's time for the race. It is 5 red lights. And it's lights out, and away we go for the Miami Grand Prix. We've got an absolute amazing start as we overtake not 1, but 2, maybe 3, maybe 4. But no, we've bumped drafted science into turn 1 and we lose the position to Tsunoda. But 3 places gained off the first 3 corners. Absolutely biblical scenes as we now come into the left-hander, and it already looks like we're slow. Look at that, already 8 tenths to Yuki Tsunoda. This could be a long and hard race. Will the strategy pay off is my question. But here we go. It looks like there's some battling up front. I think Lando Norris has retained the lead. Yes, he has. But here it comes. Esteban Ocon down the back straight. We've got to use some battery to stay ahead of him. But he's going to go down the inside anyway. Down the inside of the hairpin goes Esteban Ocon. We've got to brake late. Round the outside into the second hairpin. And he's still there as Esteban Ocon. But I think we've managed to retain the position as we now go through my favourite corner of the track. Make sure to not cut it because we don't want to get any warnings this early on. Yellow flags, I assume that's for being slow at the chicane. But it's been a crazy first lap. Esteban Ocon gaining again though as we come down the back straight to pretty much finish lap 1 as we now hit the hairpin. Already, if you can see at the top left of your screen, 1.3 seconds behind Yuki Tsunoda. This strategy might have not paid off. As we now across the line, Ocon's already on us. But let's have a replay of that start. I think Verstappen and Perez swapped positions, but then swapped positions again later on lap 1. But Norris had a great start, I believe. I think this is a great start from us. It will be on the right hand side of your screen. You can just see us on the left. We've just gone past the screen now. As you can see, we're all the way down the inside, but I think we just collide with Carlos Sainz, almost spin the car, meaning we have to take avoiding action. But we will take it all day as we now skip to lap 2. Start of it at least. We haven't really skipped much. And here goes Fernando Alonso. Will he be the first one to make moves? He goes all the way around the outside. The man is a crazy man. But we do manage to hold him off. Oh no, but we go wide. And that invites Fernando Alonso right back in. But we get the exit and just about stay ahead for now. But you know what? Fernando's looking quick in a straight line, especially in his Aston Martin. You might go for a move again, you know, down the back straight. Will he take us? I think he's going to go down the inside, and I think he has got it, folks. I think we're down to P8, still side by side. Ocon's trying to join the battle, but we still stay side by side with Fernando, and I think we've held him off just about as we come into the left-right chicane. Absolutely biblical fight, but now we skip to lap 3, where Esteban Ocon is going to go down the inside. We've made a mistake again. I don't think I'm very good at that corner, and Fernando Alonso has a look as well. We are down to P8, but we do have DRS. Can we get Esteban Ocon as we're going to come round the hill? Hopefully come round the hill. Are we coming round the hill? Yes, we are. Here we go. It's a battle with Esteban Ocon. It's a battle against time. We've got a DRS. Can we keep the move? It's going to be tight as we shoot down the start-finish straight. Down the inside we will go. But we skip all the way to lap 4. We don't find out what happens. Because I think we did make the move. But Esteban Ocon's going to overtake us again anyway. Down the inside he goes. We're trying to put it around the outside. No. Okay, we're okay. But looks like Alex Albon might want to have a go with us. But we managed to cut him off as well. But I think that's Esteban Ocon through. We're down to P8. Very unfortunate turn of events there. I think Esteban Ocon didn't give us as much space as I hoped. But it's F1. You can't expect to receive the space all the time. But we are going to receive the DRS. Is this our chance to get P7 back on lap 4? The DRS is activating. We're gaining 214 miles an hour as we come into the hairpin. We've made contact. And we stay behind. I don't think there was any damage though. And then skip to lap 5. Seems like we've fallen off again because Alex Albon has taken us this time, which is not good. I think we're just going to start falling down now. Hopefully we can keep the position. It's Hamilton next behind us. We're on the softs, which means we could be in for an absolute ride against Lewis. But here we go. Can we come back at Albon? I don't think we are from this distance. 7 tenths. We are going to activate the DRS. We are going to hope and pray. And I don't think we are anyway. As now we skip all the way to lap 7 once again. Hamilton's already got us. I think it was a DRS pass, so not really much to say. And we've gone wide again. We've let Fernando Alonso go through, and we are now out of the points. Frustration central, but we are going to come back at Fernando Alonso down the back straight. Can we get him coming into the hairpin? It looks like we're going to get him before we even reach the hairpin. Make sure to brake late just in case, and we do, but I think we might have broken a little late, and it invites Fernando Alonso back in. But I don't think he's going to have a say on the matter, as we're going to shut the door closed going into the double hairpin. As now we go into the chicane, and we almost lose it there, to be fair. But moving on to the end of that straight, we have an attack at Fernando Alonso again, but it's left us vulnerable to Lance Stroll. We are going to have the DRS. Oh, we almost lose it as well. That could have been tragedies. We activate the DRS, but Stroll has got a pace in that Aston Martin, and he's going to go all the way around the outside. But no, we're going to dive back down the inside and say thank you very much as we retake the move, but he's still there. Lance Stroll putting his foot in and trying to overtake us, but we're saying no as we skip to lap 8, and Lance Stroll has overtaken us at the hairpin and chicane section. He's done us, but we're going to get DRS again. Can we come back at him? The DRS activated now. 3 tenths, 2 tenths, 1 tenth as we go down the inside. But Lance Stroll says no. We can't do anything about it, but we made contact again. This time it's with Lance Stroll. He's now going to get the power down, get the DRS activated, and try and get him again. Here we go, down the start, finish straight. I don't think it's going to happen, folks, and it's not going to happen. Oh, but we nearly made contact again. As now it's Carlos Sainz's turn to do an overtake. That could have been the end of our race right there, folks. And we'll have a look at the vehicle condition just in case. We haven't had any, damage, and I believe we were fine. But now we come to lap 10 of 29, and I think Guan Yu Zhou might want to have a go at us here. He's going to activate the DRS. Will he overtake us? I don't think he will. He's not going to. And Yuki Tsunoda coming out the pits now. He's accelerating. Oh, we've nearly cut him off there. We have nearly crashed with Yuki Tsunoda. That could have been another race-ending collision for us. We've got to check the vehicle condition again, and we think we're fine. But here comes Yuki Tsunoda for revenge. And look at that. The fresh tyre difference evident. Yuki Tsunoda immediately overtakes us. And Guan Yu Zhou's looking spicy as he goes down the inside of me. Can we get the acceleration? I think we're just about. I don't think he's going to make the move. As now we skip all the way to lap 11 where Pierre Gasly doesn't give us the space, I feel, as he goes down the inside, but we're going to return it with going down the inside ourselves, side by side going into the chicane. We give him the almighty squeeze, and it's still side by side as we go into the chicane. It's still side by side, but I think we've just about kept it for now. He's going to have to DRS though. I expect him to fly past us, but I think we're going to skip to something else as he might not have made the distance. But here we go then. Pierre Gasly does zoom past us and take the overtake, but we're going to have the DRS, remember. Down the start finish straight we go, activating the DRS. Can we stay with him? It looks like we are. It looks like we're going to go all the way down the inside. It's a good move. Can we stick it though? We do go a little bit deep. Gasly looking for the switchback, but we cut him off once again. A good move to stay in P14 for now, but here comes Gasly once again. And I think this time it's going to stick. We tried to brake late, but we've broken too late, and that invites Kevin Magnussen to come down our inside. Pierre Gasly has gone through, but can we get him back with the DRS as we now come in to the chicane, setting up the move, braking early, getting ready for that DRS to hopefully pass him with. Here we go then, down the back straight, battery usage plentiful, as now we activate the DRS, and I think we're going to get him, 2 tenths, 1 tenth, we're now alongside. We've got to go down the inside, and can we keep it? We've squeezed him out. We are going to go down the inside, and we are going to keep the move for now. But we then skip to lap 13, and I think it's going to be the man, the myth, the legend, Kevin Magnussen, overtaking us as he goes down the inside, and I think he's going to keep it, unfortunately. And yes, he does, in fact. That is gutting, to be fair, as we now are down to P13. A little bit of a corner cut, but we are going to ignore it. As we now come down the back straight, hopefully re-overtaking Kevin Magnussen and getting the DRS. I did believe that Pierre Gasly pitted as well, so that's why you can't see him in your top left, and why we're not battling with him anymore. But anyway, we're going to go down the inside of Kevin Magnussen with the DRS, squeeze him wide, push him wide. He's going to get the exit though, I think. We've got to be speedy as we come down the start finish straight. A couple of people in the box, including Russell and Ocon. I think we will pass them, and we have, as Kevin Magnussen is looking ever more scary as he forces us into an unforced error into turn 1. We now skip to the same lap, and this time Kevin Magnussen's already overtaken us. But can we get him back down the back straight? We're going to pull out to the inside. We're going to do it again. We are going to do it again. Down the inside. Squeeze him wide. What can we do as we now skip all the way to lap 16, where I think it's our box lap. We're going to box onto mediums. And this is now a tester of how is this hard compounded tyre done for us. Will we be in a good position to make some overtakes on the medium compound? As here we go then. The box has been called. We are pitting this lap into this mini chicane. Braking, pit lane limiter activated as we trundle down the pit lane. Hopefully the lads will pull a good pit stop out the bag again, as here we go. Good turn in, please. We do. Now 2.5 is the predicted. Will they give it to us? They will. If we now come out of the pit lane fresh, medium doesn't feel good. But look at the top left. We're in 21st place. We are not in a position to fight for points. In fact, we're nowhere near it. We're 4 seconds off Zhou, who's in 20th, for example. But now we skip all the way to lap 22. We've gone down the inside of both the Alfa Romeos, giving Ricciardo a bit of a love tap. But what a move that is for us. And a couple laps later, Esteban Ocon retired from the Grand Prix, engine failure, suspect. But now he skipped to lap 29. We did get Ricciardo, in fact. It was an easy DRS overtake. But that was it for the rest of the race. It was a bit sad that we couldn't get any higher than the P14 we did. I think more people did stop, as we obviously were in 20th. And we only overtook 3 cars on our medium stint. That's a disappointing strategy. It was extremely disappointing, and we're only going to get P14.
And that's the checkered flag. What an amazing victory in what has been a great Miami Grand Prix. Well, Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today, but what set them apart from the rest?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everybody at the team.
Well, a poor strategy for us means that we only get a P14, but Max Verstappen is back to his winning ways. P1 for him, and I'm sure Lando Norris is absolutely gutted with his P2. And Charles Leclerc follows up with the finishing position of the podiums. Where has Sergio Perez gone in this race? It's a good race from Lando, good race from Verstappen, good race from Leclerc. How is this going to affect the championship? As now we look at our rewards for the race. Pretty poor race, I must say. Once again, I will say it, but it was a poor race. Sergio Perez only finishes P4 for his team. Oscar Piastri collects the fastest lap with a 31.3 as well. And I believe my teammate only got P20. Yes, he did. You can see him in the bottom there. Liam Lawson, 20th. We did gain a position, so we will take it. But that position was Esteban Ocon retiring from the race, to be fair. The standings, you ask? You'll see them now. Max Verstappen leads, followed by Sergio Perez, Charles Leclerc, and then the two McLarens. I'm sure Lando is really desperate to get a win here, as we now drop all the way to 8th in the Constructors, with Red Bull at the top. But that is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.